was in trouble, big trouble. My cousin's wedding was in 2 days, and my family wouldn't stop asking the same question. Riley, are you bringing a boyfriend? It all started with a small lie, one that had seemed harmless at the time. Last month, my aunt had asked, as she always did, if I was still single. I had rolled my eyes, prepared for another long speech about how I should find someone special and not be too picky. But instead of dealing with that again, I blurted out something I thought would end the conversation quickly. Actually, I have a boyfriend. At first, it worked. My aunt had gasped, clapped her hands together, and moved on to another topic. I thought I was safe. But now, with the wedding just days away, my family was expecting to meet him. There was just one tiny problem. He didn't exist. I needed a solution, fast. That's when I thought of Leo. Leo was my best friend. He had been there through every bad date, every heartbreak, every awkward family gathering where I had to endure questions about my love life. He was funny, charming, and, most importantly, he owed me a favor. I called him immediately. An hour later, we were sitting at our favorite cafe, and I explained everything. "You want me to pretend to be your boyfriend?" Leo asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yes," I said, "just for one day. My family is nosy, and they will ask questions, but if we keep it simple, it will be easy." Leo leaned back in his chair, rubbing his chin like he was considering some great philosophical dilemma. "So, free food, wedding cake, and I get to mess with your family a little?" He grinned. "I'm in." I let out a deep breath of relief. "Thank you, Leo. But listen, we have to make this convincing. My family analyzes everything. If they sense anything strange, they will interrogate us for hours." Leo smirked. "Riley, you underestimate my acting skills. I'll be the perfect boyfriend." I wasn't sure if that should comfort me or terrify me. The big day arrived faster than I expected. Leo picked me up at my apartment, and I was surprised at how good he looked. His suit was perfectly fitted, his dark hair was neatly styled, and there was a confident sparkle in his eyes. "Wow," I said, crossing my arms. "You actually look believable." Leo flashed a grin. "And you, Riley, look like someone who is lucky to have me." I rolled my eyes but couldn't help but smile. "Just stick to the plan, okay?" As we arrived at the wedding venue, the chaos began immediately. The moment we stepped inside, my mother rushed toward us, her eyes scanning Leo from head to toe like a detective searching for clues. "Finally!" she said, a triumphant smile on her face. "So this is the mysterious boyfriend." Leo, ever the performer, put on his most charming smile. "It's so nice to finally meet you, Mrs. Silva. I've heard so much about you." My mother squinted at him suspiciously. "Handsome, polite. What's wrong with you?" I gasped, "Mom!" Leo laughed easily, as if he had been expecting this. "I ask myself that every day," he said with a wink. As we moved deeper into the reception, the real challenge began. My aunts, uncles, and cousins all surrounded us like a pack of journalists ready to uncover a scandal. They wanted details. How we met, how long we had been together, why I had never mentioned him before. Leo, of course, was having the time of his life. I was adopting a dog, and Riley was trying to steal the same one. I choked on my drink. "I what?" Leo nodded seriously, as if this story was absolute fact. It was love at first fight. To my horror, my family loved it. They laughed, nodding as if it was the most romantic thing they had ever heard. I shot Leo a glare. "You're enjoying this too much." He leaned in slightly, his voice teasing. "A little." Just when I thought we had survived the night, my cousin Annabelle grabbed the microphone. Okay, everyone, before the party continues, it's time for a special moment. Since my beautiful cousin Riley has finally brought a boyfriend, I think we deserve a little performance. My stomach dropped. Oh no. Leo grinned. Oh yes. Annabelle clapped her hands. We have a tradition, you see. Every couple that comes to their first wedding together has to share a dance. The crowd cheered. My mother looked delighted. My aunts looked ready for a love story. My dad looked mildly concerned. I turned to Leo, panic in my eyes. You can't be serious. Leo smirked. Riley, I was born for this. Before I could protest, he took my hand and led me to the dance floor. A slow, romantic song started playing. I expected disaster. Instead, but it was surprisingly nice. Leo's hand was warm on my waist. He led me effortlessly, like he had done this 1,000 times. Relax, he whispered. You're as stiff as a board. I exhaled, letting myself trust him. For a moment, I forgot about the lie, about the wedding, about the dozens of eyes watching us. It was just me and Leo moving together in the soft glow of the lights. See? He murmured. Not so bad. I rolled my eyes. Don't get used to it. He just smiled. By the end of the night, as we sat in his car outside my apartment, the exhaustion finally hit me. Well, Leo said, stretching his arms, that was fun. I turned to look at him, studying his face in the dim streetlight. You were amazing. Seriously, Leo, thank you for doing this. He grinned. So, when's the next fake family event? Thanksgiving? Christmas? I laughed, shaking my head. Never. The lie is over, Leo. He sighed dramatically. Such a shame. I was really enjoying my role as the perfect boyfriend. I rolled my eyes but smiled. Yeah, well, you played the part well. There was a pause. The kind of pause that lingers just long enough to make you think. Leo tapped his fingers on the steering wheel. You know, he said casually, we were pretty good together. I hesitated, my heart beating just a little faster. Maybe I hadn't needed a fake boyfriend after all. Maybe the real thing had been right in front of me the whole time.